Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is the 2023 Dodge Hornet. Now, you may not know that name, but you may have seen that cool teaser that's been out on the internet. But when it comes to the name Hornet, it comes from the Hudson Hornet, which raced in NASCAR from 1951 to 1953. Fast forward 1970, AMC, which is a company that's no longer in business, used the AMC Hornet. Now they've revitalized that name with a very cool, very powerful crossover. These are the two fastest crossovers in the class. This is the Dodge Hornet RT and the Dodge Hornet GT. Of course, there are more normal versions, but hey, if you're gonna have a car like this that looks this cool, you might as well have the power. Since this vehicle is all new, let's take a closer look at the exterior. You'll start with these very cool signature LED headlights. These are also LED, and I love this hood. It's muscular, and when you think of a Dodge product, you think of a Challenger or a Charger. Well, that same flavor, that same performance personality is here in the hoods of this vehicle. And I have to say, you know, rarely do you see a crossover that has this aggressive of a look on it, unless you're going to something super expensive. Well, you're going to get that with the Hornet. Now, you look at the front of this vehicle, it goes along with that whole Dodge family. So you're going to see a lot of flavoring of the grille and the design and the styling, and that is all very much what you would expect. But this vehicle is a crossover. There are two test vehicles. We're driving the hybrid, which is the RT, and the GT, which is a gasoline powered. So it runs on either 17-inch on the lower trim levels. This is the 20-inch alloy, all blacked out. Looks really cool, and they're riding on Michelin all-season tires. When you're standing on the side of this vehicle, it doesn't look like all of its competitors, like the Mazda CX-30 and the Kia Seltos. They're different. This vehicle has a lot more muscle in it, and it's got a lot of styling. You'll note right away that this styling cue right here is the Hornet logo, which is pretty cool. Black wheel arches, lower black trim as well. Finishing those wheel arches, all blacked out trim here. This is a hybrid, so there are two doors. One side is gas, the other side is a plug-in, so you can have both. On the GT, it's just gas, but the same look across both vehicles, which is really important. Blacked out mirrors and really nice clean lines. When you're looking at the back of the RT, first thing you're gonna see is this upper wing, and an integrated third brake light wiper blade is here. But I love this LED signature that runs all the way across the back. And they're almost like two Le Mans stripes right here, just two hash marks just saying this is the Dodge brand and it's about performance. It's really nice and clean. You've got Hornet here and the RT logo on this vehicle, and these exhaust pipes are integrated really nice and clean lines. Before we go to the inside of the vehicle, I want to show you the back of the GT. When you're looking at the back of the GT, it looks the same, but it's got the GT logo right there to let everyone know what you're driving. Got really nice visibility out the front, big piece of glass, nice height on the sills. Backup camera is standard, obviously, but a round view camera is optional. So you can buy that as part of the tech package, and that price adjusts anywhere from like $1,500 to $1,700 depending upon which car you start with. And that's true with the other packages as well. The price varies between each trim level. Visibility is good. If you're looking out the back, you've got a smaller piece of glass, but the mirrors, side mirrors are nicely sized. The seats are comfortable. There is lumbar on the driver's side. There is red stitching on all of the vehicles because it is a Dodge product. You can go up to the sport seats if you buy the higher packages. There are lots of different trim packages. There's a tech package, there's a track package, there's a blacked out package. So you can buy those and up the price of this vehicle, but it starts at under $30,000, which I think is really important. When it comes to safety, there are 69 standard safety features. Nice pickup in the mid-range, right in the corner there. You hit that apex, start adding the power. Considering the price point, considering the vehicle, and it's a 2-liter turbo, it does not have the lag that you see in a lot of the other turbocharged vehicles, so it just responds really nicely. Under the hood of the Hornet RT is an electrified engine with 288 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. This phev does 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. 30 miles of all-electric range via a 15.5 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery, backed by a 6-speed automatic transmission. It delivers performance through electrification and also offers a power shot mode that gives you 30 horsepower on demand. Under the hood of the Hornet GT, you've got a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine that is 268 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Vehicle does 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. Fuel economy is 21 miles to the gallon in the city and 29 on the highway. So we'll start off by driving the GT. We will drive the RT, so we want to get this one down because this is going to be your more popular vehicle, starting under $30,000, which is a really good price point for a mid-size SUV. I want to start off by letting you know that this vehicle is built in Milan, Italy. It is the underpinnings, a shared platform of the Alfa Romeo Tonale, which we are getting here in the US. That makes it have some really good handling characteristics. But one of the first things I want to cover is that, because we're talking about an independent suspension. This vehicle is a 2-liter turbocharged engine with 268 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. You do have a sport button here on the steering wheel, and that button you press and it changes, obviously, some of the characteristics of the vehicle. It is, considering this price point and what you're getting, this is a really nice, tight handling vehicle. You go into the corners, it sticks to the road. The brakes are nice and firm. I like this vehicle. I think they did a really nice job considering there's so much competition in this category. This is not a CVT. This is a 7-speed automatic transmission. Well, this would be even more fun if there was a manual, which there is not available here in the US. In Europe, maybe we'll probably get that. So this is an all-new platform for Dodge, and they really wanted this vehicle to stand out because they always wanted to look like a Dodge, feel like a Dodge, and perform like a Dodge. And this vehicle does. I mean, it is really a nice sized vehicle for your average family 2-row SUV that seats 5. So we're driving the RT right now, and it has different drive modes. So this is different than the GT. So this button that is a sport button on the steering wheel of the GT is an e-drive. Also, there are paddle shifters, which you need for the power shot, and we'll cover that in a minute. So when you press the button, you can go to an all-electric, you can go to an e-save, or you can go to a regular hybrid. So it allows you to do it. It takes a moment to switch over. So that's something that's really important to note, that it doesn't change over quickly. It's just part of the process for everything to change its propulsion. It also gives you a notification on the center screen in case you hit it by accident. One of the nice things about this vehicle is it has 288 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque, which makes it a beast. Add in that power shot, and then suddenly you get an extra 30 horsepower. How do you do that? Pull back both the paddles. It says power shot only in sport mode. We press the sport mode in the center screen, changes to sport mode. Pull both levers. We get an extra 30 horsepower. Woohoo! Whoa! Nice. That's really nice. You only get a shot of it if you have a fully charged battery. Then you're going to get the most 30 horsepower. It'll be slightly less if it doesn't get a full battery, obviously. So we're currently driving in the sport mode. Before we were driving in the non-sport mode. But overall, this vehicle is a different experience than the GT. The GT is fun. It is fine, and it fits really nicely into the segment. You add in this RT with a hybrid propulsion, and now you've got a vehicle that's got some serious get up and go, or chutzpah, if you want to call it that. But you put your foot in it, look at that. Look at that tachometer just jump. The axle is an electric axle. So in other words, it's getting the boost immediately. This is an all-wheel drive platform on all of the Hornets. And I think that's a really smart move. So you can control the production, but also you're giving people, no matter where this vehicle ends up throughout its life cycle, you'll be able to drive it in all weather conditions. And even here in Asheville, it was 23 degrees this morning. So all-wheel drive and a little bit of snow on the road was quite helpful. Now we're going to go into the twisty bits, which is my favorite part. And you can definitely tell that when it's in the sport mode, that it changes the steering, it changes the dynamics. This rides on Coney shocks, Brembo brakes. Again, if you get the black top package, that means everything's blacked out, which this vehicle has. And you can get the tech package for the round view camera and the additional technology and safety features that are optional. And then
you can get on top of the performance pack, which is this RT Plus, and it's certainly fun to drive. Now remember, when you're dealing in this performance level, what you're dealing with is a vehicle that competes with the Germans. I mean, you're talking 288 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. That instantly puts you into performance-wise, not the luxury side. Our test vehicle is loaded with every option. It is a RT Plus. It has tech, it's got blacktop, it's got everything. And it comes in at $52,000, including destination delivery. That makes this a very expensive car and puts it into that performance category. Put a foot in it. Woo! This thing is nice. If you're looking at a performance compact crossover, you gotta take this for a drive. You have to get the one that's loaded and get a good feel for this.
Behind the second row is 22.9 cubic feet of storage, but there's also a pass-through in the middle, as well as additional storage underneath. Really nice use of space. Warranty is 3 years, 36,000 miles with a powertrain warranty of 5 years, 60,000 miles. There's no complimentary scheduled maintenance. When you're looking at the price of the Hornet, it starts at under $30,000, $29,995. Of course, you're gonna want the blacktop package and everything else. It's gonna add up. Then there's a GT Plus. You go into that RT, you start reaching into that just under $40,000 range. And then you do the RT Plus, which we have here, and you're now into that mid $40,000. This vehicle came in at $51,000. That includes destination and delivery, and I believe there's a gas guzzler tax also on the RT Plus, but it is a hybrid, so you're gonna get that $7,500 tax credit. That would be into your lease payment, which would lower the payments. That is a plus. Love this car, super, super fun. Second row seating is really nice. There's plenty of room, plenty of storage from behind the seats. Really, this vehicle is well thought out. It's got good performance, good handling, excellent technology, and safety is included standard, which not everyone in this category has that. So overall, this vehicle is excellent. There's a lot of competition. Everybody has a vehicle in that mid-size to compact crossover size. But overall, you gotta take this Hornet for a drive. The Swarm has arrived. Now, I'm sure you've got additional questions and comments. Put them down below. I'll be sure to get you an answer. Hopefully, I'll get a new mic by then as well. Don't even go there. It's a whole other conversation. We appreciate your support. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Of course, if you'd like to support our channel, you can buy us a cup of coffee. The link is down below, as well as the website, social media, podcast, and the book. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.